The free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, prepared by Catherine Landeros and presented by Carly Guerra for Tomorrow's Leaders Today. Mission Statement. TLT Tomorrow's Leaders Today is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to helping develop youth leaders through education, collaboration, and mentorship with community and business leaders for the collective benefit of the students and their communities. Diversity Statement. We value and embrace diversity. We seek views that reflect all walks of life and reflect those views in our programs. We recognize the special needs and diverse backgrounds of individuals, our students, volunteers, and communities. All individuals are given equal opportunity to be heard and to benefit from our program. What is the FAFSA? FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Note the first F represents the word free. There is no charge to fill out a FAFSA form. The FAFSA is the form you need to fill out to get any financial aid from the federal government to help pay for college. Why should I fill out the FAFSA? Federal funds are the main reason many students fill out the FAFSA. But did you know that many colleges use the FAFSA to determine your citizenship status, whether or not you qualify for merit-based scholarships, and whether or not a student has maximized need-based aid? So even if you think you don't qualify for federal aid, you should still fill out a FAFSA. So what are the main forms of aid you can get? Grants. A grant is a form of aid that does not need to be repaid. Federal grants are usually awarded to students with financial need. Other sources of grants may be your state government, your college or career school, or a private or nonprofit organization. Scholarships. A scholarship is another source of aid that does not need to be repaid. But unlike grants, scholarships are often awarded based on academic merit, talent, or a particular area of study. Websites like scholarship.com, FastWeb, and thecollegeboard.org are just a few sites you can use for searching for scholarships. Loans. A loan is money you borrow in order to attend a college or career school. This money can come from the federal government or from private sources such as banks. Unlike a grant or scholarship, you must pay back the loan, as well as any interest that is incurred. Work-study jobs. Work-study jobs provide a part-time job for undergraduate, graduate, or professional students with financial need. A work-study allows you to earn money to pay for your college or career school. You participate in work-study based on the number of hours you are awarded. Before you fill out the FAFSA, here are some things you need to know before you start filling out the FAFSA. When does FAFSA open? October 1st for the next academic year. For example, FAFSA opened on October 1st, 2020 for the 2021 to 2022 academic year. What about summer sessions? Contact the financial aid office for your college or career school to find out which FAFSA form to use. Dependent versus independent filing. Your dependency status determines whether you will need to report your parents' information as well as your own. Generally, you are independent if you are at least one of the following and dependent if you are not. At least 24 years old by January 1st of the academic year you're applying for, married or someone with legal dependents other than a spouse, a graduate or professional student, a veteran or member of the armed forces, an orphan, a ward of the court, an emancipated minor, someone who is homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. FSA IDs. The FSA ID is a username and password that you must use to log into certain U.S. Department of Education websites, such as the FAFSA. Your FSA ID is used to sign legally binding documents electronically and has the same legal status as a written signature. It is recommended to create your FSA ID before the first time you file a FAFSA. You will need two, one for you and another for your parent or guardian if filing as a dependent student. What do I need to fill out the FAFSA? FSA IDs for you and your parent or guardian, Social Security numbers for you and parents or guardians, alien registration number if not a U.S. citizen, driver's license number if applicable, federal tax information. Records of your untaxed income for you and your parents if you are a dependent student, information on cash, savings, and checking account balances, investments other than the house you live in for you and for your parents if you are a dependent student. Filling out the FAFSA. There are 3 different ways to fill out the FAFSA: online at FAFSA.gov, the My Student mobile app available on the Play Store and the Apple Store, or complete and mail in the printout of the FAFSA. When filling out the FAFSA, make certain to list all the colleges and career schools you're considering, even if you haven't applied or been accepted yet. Even if there's only a slight chance you'll apply to a college or career school listed on your FAFSA form. You can always remove a college or career school later if you decide not to apply, but if you wait to add one, you can miss out on financial aid. IRS DRT, the Internal Revenue Service Data Retrieval Tool, is a tool that transfers tax information into the FAFSA form if you're doing the form online or on the app. When you reach the financial section of the FAFSA, there will be a button that reads Link to IRS. Click that, and the FAFSA and IRS sites will guide you on how to use the tool. You will know the IRS DRT has worked when the words "transferred from the IRS" display in place of the IRS information in the FAFSA form. Okay, I filled out the FAFSA. Now what? Make sure it was processed. You'll receive an email within a few days or a letter in the mail within 2 weeks letting you know when this happens. Review your SAR. This is your student aid report. It is not your financial aid offer. This is how you make certain everything in the FAFSA was correct and complete. If you find mistakes, make sure to correct them as soon as possible. The SAR also contains your expected family contribution. This number results from the financial information you provide in your FAFSA. Contrary to popular belief, the EFC is not the amount of money your family will have to pay for college. It is a number used by your school to calculate how much financial aid you are eligible to receive. Be sure to provide the required verification if asked. If your SAR report comes with a note saying you've been selected for verification, don't be afraid you've done something wrong. Some schools will select people at random, while others will verify all FAFSA forms. Verification is simply the process used by schools to confirm the data on your FAFSA form is correct. Receiving financial aid. When all is said and done, you'll receive an offer, either an email or letter, from each college or career school you applied to and was listed on the FAFSA. Review and compare the aid offers from each college or career school and decide which school to attend based on the net cost and how well the school suits your needs. Formally accept your chosen school's offer and ask their financial aid office when and how your aid will be paid out and what it will cover. If any money is left over after paying the tuition and fees, it will be paid or disbursed out to you via a pre-selected method. Again, ask your financial aid office what are your options for this. For more information, visit our website at tltleaders.org. All information included in this presentation and more can be found at studentaid.gov.